Hello and welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. Last time we changed the weather at our next destination, so we better head off. But before we do that, let me just check something. Alright, we have done our bath time routine for today. So, let us set off on our route towards the next dungeon that we're going to do. Which is not where we currently are. Which is actually all the way down here. It is the Spire of Blind Faith. Let's go. This tower is so far off the main island, I wonder why it was built.
Take a guess. That very question could have been what provoked the last to go there.
I cannot say I see the point.
As to the revenge you've been entrusted with, let us ease the requester's suffering and slay this monster.
It's your call.
After teleporting, it'll be 2 nights of camping before we get there, so we'll get back the day after tomorrow in the evening.
Of course, that depends on you lot. We'll need extra time if you plan on to go wandering.
Let's go.
Great. Let's move out.
Okay, here we go. Don't forget, stay alert till we get there. Let's go. So this is in theory the last dungeon that we have to do during this section of the game. So it'll be interesting. See how it goes. Okay, so we've got some... Oh, never mind. Before I do anything. Cooking. Right. So we've done all of those. What are we missing? We're missing just the almighty golden stew and the enchanted potage. We know where that is. This one we need a lumabee, which we might get on this trip. So then that would mean that we only need the Altberry wheat flour. Although we know that there's probably another party member, so we probably won't get a reward until we get that party member. But still, we've pretty much done everything, which is not too bad. And we know that we're not going to get anything till we get to Altberry because we need the wheat flour anyway, so that's fine. In which case, we're good. I don't think we need to worry about any of this. Yeah, I think that's fine then. Okay, we've already done that. You would give us what? I pressed the wrong button. You would give us what? You would give us imagination, which is already at 4. Could do that, which increases MP. Could read, but we've already finished all of our books. Okay. Nothing along here. Could do that, but I no longer need to get Lord of the Lakes, so we don't need to do that anymore. Yeah. I think we're mostly good, actually. I think it's probably imagination, but let's check the deck as well. Let's see what we've got going on up here. We've got Stroll just sitting, chilling. Okay, so that means imagination is the only thing that we can raise with new content. Okay. Yeah, so it'd be do that, or... Wait, can we go for a bath now? I just want to see if it's even an option. Probably not, right? You probably can't use it while it's running.
Let's not.
No. Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense now that I think about it. Yep. It would probably be very, very bouncy. Alright then, Yufa. Let's learn about imagination.
I realized.
Oh, Graham, do you have a spare moment? I'd like to have a look around town, but the thought of doing so alone makes me nervous. Would you go with me? Oh, this isn't what she wants us to do now. It's so frustrating we can't go right away.
Actually...
Graham, would you join me for a bit of meditation? Actually, before we do that, let's do a save, because we can be attacked the moment that we leave these conversations. So let's just do one of those just so that we don't have to re-get to this point. Right.
Actually...
Let's go.
I'm very happy.
Wonderful. Then let us sit before the altar and bid our spirits calm. I think I hear wolves howling in the distance, but there's no way they could be so near the Gauntlet Runner, could they? Well, I hope not, because we're on the water. Clear away your thoughts, Graham.
May I?
During meditation, you must do not but feel yourself where you are, in this time and place, and accept it. No matter what you hear, just listen, and let things be as they are. Abandon yourself to the great flow of everything. I should try to do what Yufa is telling me. Let things be as they are, but how? Howl, stop breathing, or breathe deeply. You know what? Sure, I'm going to howl.
Alright.
I'm going to imagine howling into the distance.
Well,
Tell me, are you thinking of something, like, strange and primal right now? The aura around you tells me that you are. I couldn't rid myself of my idle thoughts, so I think the meditation increased my imagination only slightly.
All right.
Oh, we have to do what she tells us, I understand. But we did get 5 points, which is nice.
Farewell.
It seems you've relaxed a bit. So let's keep this up a bit longer, shall we? I continued to meditate with Yufa for a while.
The Orb-Wise Path, a cave on an uninhabited island east of Virga Island, comes into view. An old Mystari custom says, the deceased can ascend as guardian deities if their remains are fed to the snakes here. Time passes, lands and peoples change, and the unthinkable becomes sacred tradition. The party arrives with complicated feelings.
Giving it some thought?
Let's keep going. We're not going to stop because if we don't stop, we can carry on to the camp, and this doesn't count as a day.
Silento, a settlement known for its marine trade, thanks to the bounties of the sea. The bay's most prominent feature, though, is a sinkhole of unfathomable depth. Some believe to gaze into its abyss is to be spirited away. The gauntlet runner glides into the inlet as seabirds overhead cry out songs of victory at their catches.
Giving it some thought?
Yes, we do want to stop here. Because this won't use any time either way and it lets us buy things. Silento. Hi, what a lovely village. It's a little like an outdoor resort, wouldn't you agree? Makes me want to go swimming. Agreed. All the islands around here is hot as blazes after all.
What?
I bet there'd be a stampede on the island if people found out about as famous songstress was swimming here. I can't imagine the islanders would know who I am. Perhaps I ought to gather an audience and sing for them. Alas, we are not here in leisure. Was there not something we needed to buy?
Honestly,
I believe I see the shop we seek.
Tell me about the village. We're able to get by because we can catch fish here, thankfully. We don't have much to offer, but please make yourself at home.
Right.
You're certainly right about not having much to offer. Wow, Junah, rude. The tournament?
Stuff like that means nothing to us out in a remote village like this.
Moreover, if the church is involved, I don't even want to know about it.
no.
You say that, but what if it involves your priestess?
Well, that changes things, don't it? Small talk. No one's ever seen the bottom of the giant hole in the bay. If you're all confident in your swimming, why not take a dive?
If so,
Ah, but what if the runner could be made submersible? I can make adjustments here and there, and I dare say we could dive.
Neuras, we have no need to journey below the sea. Well, you don't know that until we've been there. Have anything to sell? No. Buy. So you sell hero's fruit. That's very interesting. Okay. And Leaf of Lives and Jeweled Roots. Okay. This increases protagonist strength by 2. People have been telling me I should raise strength. Maybe this is a compromise. Increase magic by 2 though. Oh ho. I'm gonna buy all of these because I'm not coming back. So we're gonna buy them. Right? We're literally never coming back here, so there's no reason not to buy them. Also gonna buy a... Wow, those cost quite a lot, really. I'm gonna buy 2 of those. There we go. And now I need to just work out something. So this is a... This is 5,000 for 3,000 experience. This is 1.5 for... Okay, so... This one is you get 1/3. This one... So you get 1/3 of what you put in. So you put in 1,500, you get 500 out. This one, you're getting more than that. Yeah, so this is the better value. This is, yeah. Okay. So this is 2/5, which is worse. Wait. Yes, that's better value. It's better value the more you the higher it is and the more you spend. Yes, that's what I thought it was, but I was just double checking. So I'm going to buy these like this, and we're going to spend all of our money on it. You only have 5 of these? You do? Oh, okay. I'm going to buy all of those, and I'm going to buy all of those. There's zero reason not to buy that. That just seems like an easy buy. You know what? I'll buy 5 of these as well while we're here. Let's get us up a little bit. But yeah, like this, yeah, it seems like a no-brainer. We got to buy them. Right, and then we leave.
All right.
I'd like to continue our trip.
Hey.
You're gonna keep traveling, right? Okay, let's head back to the runner. Okay.
As the sun sets over the sea's horizon and the birds rest their wings, the gauntlet runner settles into a reef, waves lapping softly at its hull. The gauntlet runner anchors itself at the reef to stave off danger. Within its walls, the party sleeps peacefully.
Okay. Reef camp. Hey, it's a Lumabee.
All right then.
Oh, memorandum. Silento. A fishing village located within the Virga Island archipelago which surrounds a large marine cavern. The waves are calm year-round, allowing the islanders to build their homes atop the water. The sinkhole, said to be caused by something plummeting from the sky into the seas, boasts unfathomable depths, and in its surrounding waters it is possible to catch great harvests of fish not available in other nearby waters. However, it is said that those who have peered into the great cavern's abyss are taken away to another world, and many of those who have challenged its depths never returned. Okay. Well, you'd assume actually, when it says taken away to another world, you'd assume that if it goes down far enough, you'd go into the same kind of area that the Dragon Temple goes into, right? So they would literally be taken away to that world. That would be interesting. Anyway, we've got nature we haven't looked at before. Scorching heat. It refers to the rare occurrence when temperatures exceed 35 C around the Virga Island archipelago. One theory says that the intense heat is born of the region's magma amplifying sun rays reflected off the water's surface, but details are unknown. This excessive heat is said to induce frenzy in the local monsters. Land of Ceremony. An island at the end of an ocean current flowing from Virga Island. The harsh sunlight gives it blazing temperatures year-round. The creatures that have survived its harsh environment boast a strength that puts them on the apex of the island's ecosystems. Most Mustari know better than to approach the island without good reason. However, there is also a tradition of undergoing a trial there to test and prove one's courage. In the depths of the island lies a gravesite, but by all appearances it's been untouched for some time. Okay, cool, and that's where we were previously. Okay, so we got 2 stat increases. What are they?
That reminds me.
I pressed the wrong button again. There we go. Wisdom and Eloquence? Yeah, Wisdom and Eloquence. We could do with Eloquence being raised. Okay. Because we're kind of thinking level 4 is where we want to be when we leave Virga Island for everything. And then in here, yours is Tolerance. Yeah, but it's Tolerance with a fight. I think we're going to go with Eloquence. It seems like the correct option here. Yeah, this seems like this is an option that's going to do well for us. Because we really want to try and push up all of these to level 4. Because level 4 is roughly where our bonds need things to be currently. So that makes sense to me. Let's drop another save in. And let's speak with Junah. Hello. You remember the festival I was asked to sing at in Brilhaven? I wonder what song they'd want to hear. The festival is held in the honor of the laborers, so maybe something that lifts their spirits? Okay. Something to think on. Phew, I can't help but feel like singing my heart out. A song is just words on the wind without an audience, so would you care to listen? Besides, it might just empower you. Junah's song can teach me the power to move people's hearts, and I feel it'll hone my eloquence. Right, might be nice to just listen to Junah sing. What do you think? Alright. That's what I like to hear. Come this way.
Far away sky, blue and clear. Oh, speaking of.
You know, someone told me that my songs were like magic. That they could change the world. At the time, I didn't give it any more thought than you would a gracious compliment. But I've come to believe that emotions, the raw power born of feelings, can change the world. Doesn't that sound like the original form of magic? Okay. Maybe. Although it sounds awfully similar to how, like, personas work. Which I guess would make sense given that your particular line is kind of based on that, but it's a little on the nose. I wonder, maybe?
Fine.
Well, it's not like I'm sure myself. I've never told this to anyone before, but beyond being the world's greatest songstress, I have another goal. The truth is, at some point in the future, I'd like to conduct research on archetypes. Why archetypes?
Well,
archetype research?
Yeah.
The power that awakened us in us is magical in nature, that much I know. Archetypes are a power born with when a heart yearns for something. With more knowledge of them, perhaps every soul in the world could manifest its own individual needs. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Sounds like it'd be very chaotic. I think the only reason I can have my heads in the clouds like this is because you're our captain, you know. Such a relief to be understood. I'm happy to serve at your command. Not in like an army type of way, but as friends with a common goal who needs a leader.
Yep.
I think everyone here brings something unique to the table. So in battle, it's up to you to direct those talents. Well, you have a role to play too.
got it.
I rely on all of you too, you know.
Gosh.
Yeah, you're just saying that. All this roughhousing as well as outside was well outside my repertoire before I awakened to my power. Talking to you like this, I can tell we're on the same wavelength. I mean, we only met because we were so reckless that we both broke into Louise's room. Well, let's keep rocking the boat. I say we keep being reckless, doing what needs to be done without fear.
Goodness.
Oh please, I'd roll my eyes if anyone but you said that. Something about your good nature makes people let you off with a smile.
All right.
Well, there's work to be done, isn't there? I'm excited for what tomorrow will bring. Thanks for listening to all my nattering on today. Let's talk again sometime. And sense the power to move hearts in Junah's singing. I feel like my eloquence has improved.
Now then.
Oh wow, we got a huge chunk of eloquence. That's incredible. Oh, we could have done tolerance as well. I didn't realize that was also 3. Oh, okay. In which case, yeah, that might be what we do tomorrow night.
Eloquence.
'Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, fill thyself with words from the heart to win the trust of the common folk.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed.
Bye.
Maybe I'll sing just a bit longer. Naturally, you'll be sticking around, won't you? I listened to Junah sing for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's Water's Day.
What to pick?
Alright, well, first of all,
Got it.
let's get ourselves 100 XP. Can't forget that. There we go. And then, pantry. Get ourselves our free ingredients.
Oh,
Okay, and then we got Illumibee, didn't we? Which would mean that we can do cooking. Let's cook. Almighty Golden Stew. Increases attack, defense, hit, evasion for 3 turns of all allies, although we're never going to use it for that because we can instead use it to change the weather.
All good.
Since this is a Virga Island recipe, I'm sure Yufa will teach you. I'll go get her. Back home, we would most frequently cook things by placing them into stews, alongside plentiful herbs and spices. Etria is blessed with a warm climate. Perhaps that's why its people prefer foods that cause them to perspire. Our spice range from sharp to refreshing. We select them according to the needs of our body at the time. I begin to prepare the food alongside Yufa.
May I?
You only need a pinch of that herb for the best results. Add too much and it becomes a most deadly poison, so I urge you to be cautious. Less worrying. When I prepare a meal, I cast a spell, an incantation infused with my love and
I
affection.
want to say...
Grem, let us cast it together. Neuramata Imu Renaxio. Mumble, mumble, mumble. What we said. stew. It smells so fragrant, and its flavors have so many layers.
What this is?
This almighty golden stew is a secret recipe of the Mustari tribe. It's good for your health, so please help yourself to it. Wonderful. Well, only one recipe left. Well, of the ones that we suspect we have. We think there's probably one more. Okay, neither of them want to talk. You're also not wanting to talk. Okay. Courage on the deck with Stroll? Oh, he's got nothing either. Wait a second, have we got nothing? Across all of these? The only person remaining would be up here, right? If he's around. Yeah, nothing. Okay. So we have no stat increases. We could read a book, potentially, although that's not going to get us very many increases. Or we could do something else. We've never done the altar for MP, but let's raise MP for someone else, right? We could also raise our own HP by cleaning, I suppose. We could also... I don't know. Let's drop a save in. Just before we do anything else. I think if there's anything else I would do here. We could also open the Traveler's Voices. Laundry, fishing, tended to plants. Oh yeah, we haven't done any plant tending. Although that would be for the that would be for getting ourselves some extra like seeds, which we don't necessarily need either. Maybe I could raise my own MP. Maybe that would probably be the best use of our time. Yeah. So this altar that Yufa built with a statue of the Dragon God on it.
What do you want to do?
According to Yufa, it's a very sacred statue. The Dragon God apparently grants special powers to those who use the statue to pray. By praying, my allies' max MP will increase. Praying for someone else's sake is a nice idea. What do you think? Yeah, so you can't increase yours.
Not doing?
Interesting. Well, at least that's from what it says. I guess HP is the best plan? I don't know. I'm a little indecisive because all of our options aren't very good. Yeah. I guess I will raise... I don't really want to. I think I want to raise our social stats. Yeah. No, I think I want to raise... tolerance, although I like doing the tolerance conversations. See, I'm torn. You've given me no options, and therefore now I'm like, oh, I'm not sure. I guess I should have done fishing on this day, in hindsight, but of course we didn't know that we were going to have a free day. As in, we should have done the fishing for the Lord of the Lake on this day.
Come on.
Yeah. Let's do this. I want to clean the strategy room.
Got it.
Let's do it. At first glance, the room looks clean, but on closer inspection, there's sand and dust all over the place. Well, might as well clean it up. There are crumbs of some sort underneath the table. Maybe someone helped themselves to a snack while sitting here making plans. But anyway, I'll tidy it up.
Okay.
Nice, it's practically sparkling. All that's left is throw away the trash in the igniter, and then...
Hey.
Hey, look what I found. We can still use this, don't you think? Orgo sugar. Well, that took quite some time. It was tough, but having everything clean and sparkly feels great. You worked up a good sweat too, right? Sure. Our max HP increased by 5. It's fine. Did some cleaning and now it's looking good as new. A lot better than before.
Neuras speaking.
This is Neuras. I've got something on the old girl's radar, so we'll be taking a short stop.
At last, the party arrives at Sporico Cave, nestled deep in the forest. Within, vibrant flowers rich with color blossom in full glory. But theories claim the cave itself is a weapon of a bygone era, and the magic of its circuitry infused the ground with magla. As though drawn in by the bewitching light, the gauntlet runner draws near the mouth.
Sporico Cave. Cool. 'Tis a place that grows ever more curious. It almost appears as though the plants themselves are creating a path. Everyone on this island is bursting with nature. This is on a whole other level entirely.
Oh, now this is a proper ruin. It's an extremely old one at that, too. Time has taken its toll on it, but what lies beneath all these plants remains distinctly man-made.
What? Do my eyes deceive me? Could it be? Something you want to eat? Did you find something delicious to eat? How is it that you perceive my thoughts so readily?
Look.
Observe. The shape of these flower petals betrays the edible nature of this species. 'Tis likely that it is the most precious nectar flows within. Of course it's about food.
Still.
That matter aside, could there be reason to why this place is so conducive to the growth of grass and trees? It's definitely faint, but I do feel the flow of a special magma. It's not the type that naturally drifts in the air. It almost feels like an igniter.
Rather.
The remains of this structure most certainly originate from an era before the advent of igniters. If that's true, then we've certainly got quite the discovery on our hands. However, whatever magic that remains here now seems like it's only got the power to make plants grow.
A great civilization withers, only to leave vegetation behind. 'Tis perhaps a mirror of our own fate.
A curious pattern reveals itself to me under the roots of this tree. It almost looks as if... Could it possibly be a magical formula?
Now then.
We should continue forth before Neuras' curiosity truly takes root, and he finds himself amongst the trees planted here for eternity.
Oi. Come now, just allow me another moment to take a better look at this.
Sense that my wisdom has increased after taking in the beauty of this place's flowers.
All right.
Hey, 4 wisdom. Nice.
Here.
While I observed this place, I sketched a detailed record of these ruins. I assume you'll want to hold on to it, lad.
Okay. Accepted Neuras' drawings as a memento of my travels.
As the clear surface gives way to the glassy ink of darkness, the gauntlet runner reaches a remote island. The party gets a good night's rest, grateful for the still land that does not sway them at its whims.
Okay.
All right then.
So we can increase wisdom, tolerance as well here. Memorandum. The Sporico Cave. A cave located in the dense forest of a small island near Virga Island. The interior is covered in plants and large flowers that continue to grow there despite their lack of sunlight due to the vestiges of magic. In fact, cutting through the roots reveals magic circuitry in the walls, indicating the remnants of something man-made. There is no record of how such a mechanism was made, nor why it was abandoned, but among the Mystari it said that nature admonished the faults of man. Okay. And then we check outside, we can see what else we have.
Wish it'd cool down.
Oh, I can't go outside because it's too hot. Oh, okay. Interesting. In which case, where is everyone else? Oh, there's Junah. And then I'm assuming that... no idea where Yufa is. Is she down here? No one ever comes down here. Oh, Neuras is... We can do Neuras' bond? 100%. Wait, could I have done Neuras' bond conversations all this time? Maybe. I'm starting to question it, but sure, we'll do Neuras' bond. This is by far the most important thing.
Oh.
Hello there. Come to check on the progress with the lands. Well, you ought to know, I'd never work on it where those brothers could see. So, how goes the relic search? Have you found anything? Even if it seems like a piece of rubbish, show it to me anyway. There may be a hidden trick to it, like the others.
Now you mention it. I handed Neuras the junk we picked up during our travels.
And this looks like no more than rubbish as it lands, but I say it never hurts to be thorough. If this goes here, then, capital. Never gets old. Absolutely magnificent. All the wisdom of the ancient sitting in the palm of my hand. It rather gives a chap the strength to go on.
That's awful.
It's like this every time. At this point, I think your reactions are more interesting than the relics, Neuras.
Well.
Oh, so this what's it set up like this, eh? This could be forward compatible with modern design. Oh. Aha. Eureka, I'm struck, lad. Thunderstruck. The Neuras a moment ago was a driveling buffoon compared to the now. It's all thanks to you, Graham.
Thank you.
I found one of Neuras' precious relics. Neuras was overjoyed and thanked me for inspiring him with a new idea for invention.
But you know, the more I see them, the more mysterious they get. They're fundamentally different from the igniters in both process and function. Ordinarily, magic isn't just viable without Magla and magic igniters, whether for the Gauntlet Runner or otherwise. In fact, this country's technology practically relies on magic igniters. Dangerous dependency, that. Might be why I'm so drawn to these relics, or you lot.
Do you dislike igniters?
No, they're fine things that are quite worth researching. But wielding power beyond one's limits is a fast track to madness. I've seen it happen, old boy.
The truth is...
Took a lot of experimentation. I'd rather forget that, truth be told. I was once approached by the government to personally participate in igniter development. They'd gathered up some destitute parapists who had no other place to go and subjected them to experiment after awful experiment.
Wow, you didn't stop it?
About that.
No.
The experiments had already started by the time they got around to asking me, and at that point my dissent would have been met like an insect underfoot. I lost track of several engineers I once considered friends that did participate. It's hard to imagine what evils they worked there. Us tech-minded maniacs were all too easily led astray. Dangle some new technology in front of our eyes, and curiosity will win over ethics every time. Never openly opposed the projects, absorbing myself in Gauntlet Runner research. Thinking back on it, I suppose it was an easy way to bury a guilty conscience. Naive as it was, I wanted to be responsible for an invention that inspired dreams, not to mention Oni for death and destruction. And now, after all that, I've been kicked back down to the bottom rung. Gah ha ha ha.
This is actually a step up.
No.
I'd say this is more of a step up, no?
Haha, you're not wrong. These days I get to cruise and ramble as I please, for a seat in the prince's own runner. Though it's only because of my past choices I can show off my best work nowadays, and the entire kingdom is a fine venue for it. A scholar could ask nothing more.
And since Neuras' pride as a researcher, as well as his deep trust in me. Rank up!
I'm a lucky man to be part of your grand quest.
We are now rank 4 in Neuras' bond, which lets us get 2 inheritance slots for Gunner lineage. Wonderful.
All that said, I hope you'll still keep an eye out for those relics, eh?
Okay.
This one's important.
We get 8 hero fruit if we do this one, and we already have it, so that's pretty good. Also, it says it's a 6.5. I'm guessing that's because the dungeon we went into was 6.5. But yeah, interesting. I think we have the next 2, actually. Cool.
However...
Something is nagging at me, though. Why the devil are all these relic pieces so scattered about the world? Seems to me like they were all once part of a greater whole. So is this some kind of natural coincidental dispersal or something else altogether? Well, next time you bring me a relic, we may very well get to the answer. Counting on you as always.
I parted ways with Neuras and left the engine room.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's now Arbor's Day.
What to pick?
So, first of all, we go to the washroom. Wonderful. Then we go to the pantry. Wonderful. Then we leave all of this and we have a look and see what we got. So nothing. Courage.
Wish it'd cool down.
Still can't go up. Okay, and then you have nothing. So it's only courage available today. You know what? Let's do courage. That's fine. We'll do courage. Right, let's do it. When we travel like this, sometimes it feels like I can see my hometown on the horizon. Oh wait, yes, that's him just telling me about his thing. But before I do this, I just realized something. Save in case we get attacked, because we haven't been attacked in the afternoon yet, so... let's assume that we might get attacked here.
Well,
I know I shouldn't overthink it, but all this sitting around leaves me with little else to do. Sometimes it's best to clear your mind and focus on a single task. Want to hone our weapons? Yeah, okay.
so,
Right, let's have a look at your blade then. The weather's improved too. Let's do this out on the deck. Spend time with Stroll honing our weapons.
alright.
Oh, I don't even get a conversation anymore. We've done too many of them. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
The Spire of Blind Faith is the decision to pursue such a beast, one of bravery, or something else altogether. The party sets foot in the tower, filled now only with disquieting magma. All prayers long unanswered.
Phew, we're finally here. We really had to take the long way around, didn't we?
And
The man asked us to come here to get revenge on a monster, right? Such a pity, that whole story. I suppose it's the only consolation he'll get. Let's be about it.
No.
Don't believe we'll need very long. Over there is not the very person who brought us here.
Interesting. Let's go see them first. Hello.
what?
Look, you must be kidding me. There's someone else here. Just who in the hell are you?
Wait a second.
Hey, that's our line, but at least you're alive. I'm glad. Your brother back on Virga Island asked us to avenge your death, but you're not very dead, so let's just get... I'm not leaving. I refuse to go home until I can reclaim my life's work. Those creatures surprised me and I dropped my monster notebook.
Huh?
You dropped something? Wait, don't tell me you lost it in the tower.
What more can I do?
Precisely. It happened earlier, as I was fleeing that very place. Oh, but worry not. I remember exactly where I dropped it. It should still be in a room on the tower's tallest point, where a blue bird-like monster known as the Leogron waits. Were you going to the tower as well? If you have business there, could you retrieve my monster notebook? I doubt I'd be able to climb back up there safely. If you refuse, then I'll have no choice but to go myself, and the attempt will likely cost my life.
Come on.
Why does it feel like we're being coerced into something? We'll get it back.
Just lovely.
Excellent, we've come to an agreement then. You bring back my monster notebook and I'll return to the island. By the way, you should know that the monsters here react most fiercely when you get close. Should you fight them from a distance, you should fight them from a distance if you can, including the
I
Leogron.
see.
So we'll need to be able to attack from a distance. You should think carefully about formations. Anyway, I'm sure you can do it. Thank you for your help, kind travelers. Okay. Well, let me see what our notebook says about this place. Where is it? Phantom Avian of the Spire? Yeah.
Want in on this?
Okay. Technically, it's far from the island. Yep. It's a bird. It may just be... It might be that it's just overly cautious, but the closer you get, the more violent it becomes. Best to attack from far away as possible from the rear.
You don't say.
Just between us.
Seems like it's vulnerable to fire and pierce attacks. I'd recommend having those in your arsenal. Okay, fire and pierce, and far away. Well, equipment-wise, we should be fine. Stroll in the party. You are going to move to the back, and you are going to be switched out of your current archetype. Switched into gunner, into sniper. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Run if you want, but you can't.
Is that the
escape
best bow
my
we've
aim.
got? It is. I just wanted to double check we didn't have it sitting on, say, This is what I want. I want +5 strength. Yeah, you could take +5 strength from her. But yeah, I'm just checking it wasn't sitting on, I don't know why I'm having such trouble. Hizame. Yeah. You use those now? Yeah, I take those from her as well. Okay. Why are you wearing like... Ooh. Let's switch you to Seeker for a second.
I too have the power to journey.
Let's switch you back to Summoner.
This is the power said to belong to
I
a
don't know why
priestess.
it keeps giving her like damagey things. She doesn't really need them. Strength things. Let's go 4. It's already equipped. All stats plus 4 is already equipped. All stats plus 2, maybe? Could take it. Yeah, is that the best I got? It's kind of the best I've got. Huh. Okay, let's give you an agility plus 9, because that's very solid. Okay. And then these, we probably want to switch you to something that gives you magic. Although we've already got you that on. How about this one? Prevents rate. Yeah, okay. So you can have that instead of him. That's fine. Haizumi. I'm going to switch you to Gunner, and then we're going to switch you back to Sniper.
Reel and run.
Just to re-equip you with things. Yeah, that's fine. You're on Faker, which is probably fine, right? Let me just check what your... I need to check what we've inherited off of these people. So, us, we're fine because we have Botra, which is really all we need. Stroll in this one can inherit 2 now. So he's got Heat Up, which is increase attack. We could give him Slash if we wanted to, but it's Pierce that they're weak to. Increase critical rate, hit rate, HP. Increases critical rate when knocking out an enemy in beginning squad battle. Potentially okay. Let's see what we have. Crushing Fist is good. Perfect Punch. Now, Power Thrust is always useful, but we're going to be using them from the back row. Inflict heavy physical pierce to one enemy may inflict Hex. Yeah, let's give you Hex Shot. Sure. That seems useful. Hulkenberg? What are you currently in? You're currently in Magic Knight, which will be fine for now. Yeah, although you are going to level that up. Haizumi? Haizumi is fine in his current one, although he can learn 2 things, so... let's give him Evasion. I think of why we would bring him in, so let's go for Evasion for a second here. Junah. Junah is currently in Faker. Faker, she has Infernal Vortex in, which seems fine. That's what we wanted. And then Yufa, she is in Summoner, and she already has what we need. Wonderful. That seems good. Okay, what's everyone saying about this place?
Here.
Well, you're not asked to avenge someone's sister. Could it be that... No, I'd rather not think about it. Okay.
Here.
We made a request here, didn't we? We've come all this way, so we might as well complete it.
I'm sure of it.
That request. It was to find someone, yes. I hope we were able to guide her home safely. Okay, over here. It seemed close on the map, but this ended up being quite the journey. Let us handle this request.
All right.
Right. You?
Now then.
Is that the woman we are searching for? It would certainly be convenient if it were.
So.
No, you can't join me either. Okay. Well, with all of that, we're prepared to enter into the Spire, which we will do next time. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.